How dolled up do you get when you go out to dinner? Do you dress to the nines or do the bare minimum?
No shirt, no shoes, no ties.
That debate over restaurant dress codes back on the menu, with Ruth's Chris Steakhouse recently saying it will enforce proper attire only, banning baseball hats from dining rooms and blacklisting gym wear, tank tops, or anything revealing. Chili's now roasting its competitor, saying in a new post, the only dress code is that you have to be dressed. It's all got the internet abuzz, some toying with the idea of a dress code mafia.
Take your hat off.
Excuse me?
They don't sell hot dogs here.
Darden Restaurants, which owns Ruth's Chris, did not comment. One user saying they'd rather go to Chili's, with others coming to Ruth's Chris defense saying a dress code should be the norm.
There's dress codes for a reason.
Simply have some decorum and respect us, like the company.
Some pointing out that for the money you pay for dinner, you should be able to afford a decent outfit.
The average price of a meal at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is $100. As the price goes up, expectations go up, and that's psychology 101.
On the flip side, with the cost of food at restaurants up 30% over the last 5 years, casual food chains are trying to appeal to customers not only with lax fashion, but lower prices too. Chili and Applebee's recently creating new value menu items to compete with fast food chains.
For $9.99.
The dress code debate not only happening at restaurants.
I'm just a boy trying to bring style back to travel.
Last month, Tampa's International Airport called out some travelers for being too casual, saying, "We've seen enough. It's time to ban pajamas." Later telling NBC News that the announcement was just a joke. But late last year, the U.S. Department of Transportation actually shared a campaign trying to bring back civility while traveling, including dressing with respect.
Let's try not to wear slippers and pajamas.
Even Costco recently getting some press for its dress code, which is basically the age-old shoes and shirt rule.
Put the shirts back on.
There's no question, much of the world dresses more casually than people used to.
Over the years, Ruth's Chris has loosened their dress code. Back in the 80s, men were required to wear jackets.
So will the pendulum swing back to that? Or is it just a little nudge to remind you that sometimes, for the right occasion, you want to dress to impress?
I want to bring in Dana Griffin now to talk more about this. I mean, I got to say, and I was saying this, I do like to dress up when I go out to dinner, unless I'm going to somewhere more casual, or if it's Sunday night, I just want to go get some sushi, and then I just want to wear a hoodie, right? But I go to the appropriate restaurant. That would be fine with me wearing a hoodie versus some fancy place. But this is obviously happening on social media. A lot of folks are arguing about this, the back and forth of it all. But in part, social media may be one of the reasons in which, for instance, Ruth's Chris would make a decision to have more formal wear for dinner.
Oh, absolutely. Social media is definitely a factor in all of this. Patrons are a huge part of the restaurant's reputation and draw. So if a restaurant, say, wants to post photos or videos, some chains may want to curb this kind of behavior because it's not going to reflect well on their image if people aren't dressed appropriately. And if the quality of the experience is also not as nice as the price, it might not be worth it for some of those customers who are trying to save money. But ultimately, social media is just a place for restaurants to kind of clap back and also use this as a marketing strategy like what we're seeing here.
Do you dress up, Dana, when you go out?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, right?
Going out tonight.
Oh, there you go. Well, you look great. You're ready to go. You can go to Ruth's Chris if you would like. Dana Griffin, thank you.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.